Welcome to the Warrior Talk podcast. We're returning back from what I would call a Thanksgiving break. It was a little bit longer than a Thanksgiving break, but you know what? Better late than never, I always say. With me, I have three of the boys from the new and improved basketball team for the Socorro Warriors. I see Alex shaking his head over here. We'll get into that here in a second. But yes, we have Josh Gutierrez, Alex Amato, returning guest, may I add, and Fern Torres. Fern and Josh, go ahead and take it away. Go ahead and introduce us to you, your number, your class, all that stuff.
Hi, I'm Joshua Gutierrez. I am a senior in the class of 2024. I play a guard and forward position, and I'm number 2.
I'm Fernando Torres, and I play guard, number 4, and I'm a senior.
Well, Alex, I don't mean to leave you out of that, but I mean, I think this is your third time on the show. I would hope the people know who you are.
Yeah, this is the third time on the show. Once again, like I said in the second episode, appreciate Moy for bringing me in here. You know, it's always a good time to get to chop it up with Moy for a little bit. But yeah, other than that, y'all know me. I'm just Alex.
He's just Alex. I love it. No, well, I'm gonna hop right into it. You know what I mean?
Let's do it.
What the hell happened?
I don't know. I think.
Man, I brought out the whole DJ set. I was sitting over there. I was trying to get you guys pumped, and
you know it worked. We felt good coming into the game.
I must have felt too good. I love it.
Yeah, I think we felt good. You know, but you know everyone has those nights. The ball just wasn't finding the net, and
no, you know what it was? Is the first game jitters. That's all it ever is. No,
it's not so much jitters. It's more like I don't know. I think all of us felt ready to go, you know, but it.
Well, okay. Homeboy tells me, Josh. Sorry,
homeboy.
Viewers. Yeah, Josh tells me just before the game. He goes, "Yeah, you know, I'm gonna do warm ups and stuff. You could go ahead and announce my name, but you know, I got this knee thing. I haven't, you know, whatever. They're not gonna play me." And I'm like, yeah, cool, whatever. You know, that don't bother me none.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I missed him when he got into the game. I was like, what the is that Josh? Yeah. Is that what's he do? Entering into the game, number 2, Josh Gutierrez. You know, I was like, what the heck is going on right now?
What's up?
But as a matter of fact, tell us about that, Josh, because what the hell happened?
Well, what happened? I almost just took out your mic. But no, what happened was I was at physical therapy, and they talked to me and said that I shouldn't play because I didn't have a full practice yet, before a full intensity practice. And so, but my knee was feeling good enough, and they told me it was good enough, but it just wouldn't risk it. And when we were down, I had that feeling. I was like, I just want to go in. And so I told Gonzalez, I said, hey, put me in. And he told me, he's like, are you sure? And I was like, yes. And he was like, it's up to you. And so I was like, all right. So I called my mom on the bench, and I was like, Mom, I was like, you think I can go in? Well, I was trying to call her, and she hung up on me. I was like, come on. And I was using our manager's phone, William, and she finally answered me, and she told me, she's like, it's on you. And so I subbed myself in the game, and we went in. But that's why I went in.
All right, Fern, tell me what really happened.
We could have had a full and intense practice, but the practice before, he chose to leave his basketball shoes at home. So he had to just shoot around that practice.
Oh. And the truth shall set you free.
No, that is not true. I tried practicing too, but Gonzalez didn't let me. He didn't think I was ready yet. But
if he would have brought his shoes, he could have practiced.
Yeah.
And we would have been good.
We would have. But don't worry, Socorro, I'm back. We here.
Nah, it was a bad day for all of us, though. None of us could hit a shot, really.
So, you know what, though? I don't know. I saw a bit of a different game than what you guys are explaining. Now, granted, this is my job to also uplift the athletes, but I'm gonna keep it real with you guys because I know all three of you on a personal level. I mean, y'all started out pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all came out. You guys were fighting. You know what I mean? The score didn't reflect it, but actually seeing you guys play and stuff, you know what I mean? It seemed like it was a hard fight between the two of you because you two were fairly even matched in my eyes. I mean, granted, I don't know the most about basketball, so take what I'm saying today with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It just seems like it's a reoccurring theme where following your shots isn't being done. You know what I mean? Especially from like threes and shit, where it's crucial. If you miss that, you need the rebound. You know what I mean, to try to capitalize. And a lot of the times, you know, there's those guys that are like, yeah, I'm going for the three, and then they're like sit there and watch it, and it's like, okay, hold on. Isn't your end goal to be prepared for the worst? What's going on here? You know what I mean? You can't just assume that you're freaking Michael Jordan out there. You know what I mean? Just sinking stuff. I mean, it just doesn't happen like that. It just doesn't. So, I mean, that was the main thing I saw. You know. And then on a defensive position, I mean, those guys were just. Who got their ankles chopped out there?
It was Yvonne, yeah.
Was it Yvonne? Yeah, I was gonna say. I felt bad because I was cheering for the other words at that point. I was like, whoa, whoa! But yeah, thank God the mic wasn't on over there. Love Majors. I was screaming hysterically. I was like, ah, dang.
I was a little freaked out too.
Were you?
I was not expecting that at all.
Well, I know. Well, I didn't. Okay, not gonna lie. I didn't expect like Yvonne to get tripped up like that. You know what I mean? Especially,
that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Well, especially because you know his soccer background. I mean, you got to be real good with footwork. So for you to get tripped up, I mean, those guys were playing some hard ball. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Yes,
Like I say, what's that?
And he was topping the state for soccer too. So
See, my point exactly. So and like I say, I don't know the most about basketball, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But I mean, I know a little. I know enough to get by. You know what I mean? But what did you take away from it, man?
I think I don't know. I mean, you never want to be that guy to blame someone else or
Right.
put the blame on something else, you know. But I think some of it was like a lot of the foul calls. I mean, we started the game with 5 fouls in the first 7 minutes of the game.
There were an unreasonable amount of fouls. I will say that. I think since I've been announcing your guys' game, it's been 3 years now? 3-4 years, close to that? I think that game has to be in like the top 5 of most fouls thrown. Definitely. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, in football terminology, there was a lot of laundry on that field. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But who do you guys play next?
we played Laguna Coma, I think, in Moriarty at our Moriarty tournament, and that's on the 14th of December, 14th through 16th.
You would think I'd know your schedule, huh? That's kind of like my job.
hey, don't even stress it, Moy, because I'm not gonna lie. I haven't looked at the schedule one time. I just show up when they tell me to show up, and that's all I gotta do.
No, but you know what it is? I have it all highlighted and color coordinated at work.
Oh.
Well, I ain't at work right now, so I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah. But okay, so you guys got the Moriarty tournament. So I know the girls just played in a tournament, and kudos to them. They went 1-3. They ended up with 4th place. I mean, it's sucks. They didn't, I'm sure the coaches, as a matter of fact, my mom's one of them, so I'll ask her about it later and ask her how she felt about it. But from what I understand from, previous years, that's a decent start. That's a decent start. Yeah. So, kudos to them. Granted, they can only go up from here. But you guys, going into this tournament, you have one season game in already. That was your season opener this past week. So how do you feel going into more play? You know what I mean? Because I'm sure you guys got to study some film, got to kind of target specific areas. So what's the overall feeling? What's the morale on the team? You think everybody's still good, or?
I think we're all ready. We needed to get that loss out of our system, and we'll come back stronger. And I think we're all ready. Everybody's ready to get back on that court. And yeah, I mean, poor Quay, he did get hurt in our game the other day, but he'll be back too. He hurt his shoulder. I think his shoulder popped out of the socket. Is that right? Yeah. So he's gonna recover that. He should be back soon though. But
Yeah, like Josh said, I mean, it's obviously not what you want to see when one of your guys goes down, especially a guy like that that could have a real big impact on the game. But I think, I don't know. I feel like one loss that's not going to define our season. So I think everyone's just eager to get back on the court. Get back to practice. I think that's a big thing. Is everyone just needs to be locked in for practice. Everyone show up on time. But I think other than that, then everyone's ready to get back on the court.
Like Alex said, everybody's ready to get back on the court. We were all trying to get in the gym all throughout the weekend, but we couldn't.
Good job, Fern. What's going on here? Because these guys are all professional. You going to tell me how it really is or what?
I think we just can't get down. Just got to stay confident.
Hell yeah.
It was a bad first game. All of us were missing. We were all, 3 of our starters, they didn't even score double digits. I'm one of them. So it was terrible. But, we had big guys like Alex come off the bench. He hit big threes, kept us, kind of in it. We're only down by 5 at half. Then we came back out and got smacked. But
well, no, but you know what, though?
Just ready for the next one.
I'm just glad that you all are on the same sort of mindset that one game doesn't, because there's so many times I've seen it happen, and I've seen it happen to our teams too. You know what I mean? It's not just anybody else, but there's so many times where you lose the first game, and the athletes feel like that's it. They're not worth a damn, and that's so many times not the case. We'll take football for instance. Yep. Lost the first game, but then you go on to finish the season. What was it, 9-3? Okay, that's a pretty good record, especially because, you lose that first game. The fans who are used to a winning record, you know what I mean, and winning teams, they're thinking, ooh-cha. So, I digress. Just keep your head up. Just keep playing hard. That's all there is to it. Win, lose, or draw, you got to make the other team feel like they lost, no matter what. It's a little easier to do in football. You could literally hurt them, but in basketball, I mean, you break somebody's ankles. It don't matter if they're sitting over there, up by 30. You break somebody's ankles, he's getting dogged on the whole way back. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just it. So, you know what I mean? If one of you can jump high enough, dunking on people, you imagine that?
I don't dunk no more. I got hurt trying to do that, but
Was that what hurt you?
Yeah, that's what hurt me last year.
Hey, don't let the people lie to you, folks. He wasn't dunking before he got hurt. I promise you.
I have video proof and everything, but.
Well, we're gonna be right back. We're gonna take a short little break, and we'll have more from our 3 athletes this week: Josh Gutierrez, Alex Amato, and Fern Torres. We would like to give a big thank you to our sponsors: APO Express, your one-stop shop for Warrior apparel. Do you have a sweet tooth? Well, I know just the place. Candyland at 705 North California Street. Big thank you to one of our newer sponsors, The Honey Shack. Loma Theater. For show times and ticket pricings, visit lomatheater.com. Huge thank you to Que Suave Cafe for allowing us to use their facilities to record these very episodes. Que Suave Cafe, serving the community and youth one cup at a time. All right, welcome back from the break. We have Josh Gutierrez, Alex Amato, and Fern Torres. In case you guys don't know, my name is Moises Castillo. I would hope you know that if you're a regular listener. But anyway, we're getting back in. Josh brought up a good point with the free throw-a-thon. Let's hear something about that.
So we're going to have a free throw-a-thon. Basically, the players are going to come up with a sponsor for them, and for every free throw we make, it's $1 donated to us for a fundraiser. And it's out of 100. We have to go see how many we can make out of 100. So whoever wants to sponsor us, it'll be Saturday. I don't know the time yet. I'll figure that out, and it'll be posted.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep a good lookout on the Warrior Talk official Instagram. There'll be an advertisement once the times and stuff are there. And you can count on myself being there, representing 6112 Entertainment and Warrior Talk as one of the sponsors. I'm pretty excited about this. It's definitely a donation on my end because do you guys free throw or do we free throw? Oh, you guys free throw? Oh, thank God. I was gonna say you might as well just take my money and let me watch, because I ain't making no free throw, dog. What's that? You gonna sponsor me? Yeah. Oh, you're wasting your money, dog.
You make, that's how much money you get.
However much I make is however much money I get, huh?
Yeah.
So like you made 15 bucks.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna make 15. I'm gonna make like 2. You know what I mean?
And $2.
Man, we're gonna have to run it up on some dice so I can make money. You know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you. But no. So we were talking about during the break we were talking about injury. So just a little injury report. So we have Jaquavis out on a shoulder injury, and then we have Sachs, which is Nasario, and Caden Monette out on rolled ankles. Sachs is a little bit worse than Caden's. Caden, I'm not sure his condition. So if you guys want to touch on that a little bit, that'd be great.
I mean, there's not really too much to say. You know, I think, again, you never want to see, like, when your teammates, even those young guys that we got on the team, you know, those guys could still, like, they're still part of our family, you know, that we never want to see those guys go down. I mean, obviously you don't want to see their season end or miss however many games they're going to miss. You know, you want them to be able to have as much fun as we're going to get to have, you know. Mm-hmm. So, but I don't know. I think just prayers to those guys, you know. Hopefully they're better soon. I know from, like, personally from experience, any type of rolled ankle, rolled anything, it just hurts, you know. I'm still trying to get my way back, like, all the way to 100% from rolling ankles in football and stuff like that, you know. Mm-hmm. And like Josh is still coming off ACL tear, so like you never want to see those guys get hurt or nothing, you know. But just prayers to them.
Fern, you know what? You made me laugh, fool. You came walking behind me, halfway hopping on one leg, talking about grabbing the back of your thigh. I mean, he came running from mid-court. I swear, the whole everybody saw him. All the Socorro that was there. He was sitting there. He was going, I. That's how he was going. I swear to God, he was. He was going like that when he passed by. He made me laugh. Made my dad laugh. Oh my God! I swear to God, he said the next time. He said that when you get on that baseball field, he's gonna make fun of you for that, dude. What happened? What was that? What was that? A cramp? Or?
That was a terrible cramp. You know, both calves. Well, and then in the foot.
I wonder why you were making that noise then.
I needed a pickle shot. No one could help me. It's terrible. Worst thing ever.
Was it?
It was.
Yeah. I bet you it was.
I didn't even know I was yelling like that.
No, so while we're on the topic of injury, so I have a funny story that some of you may know probably. And, well, I mean, I think all of you know, but some of them that listen. So, I've had previous injury from football, you know what I mean? Minor, you know, nothing, well, probably wasn't minor, but back then I was a lot healthier than I am now, so it didn't feel like much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm down for a graduation party this past season or year, and it was at Warren's, as a matter of fact. And he had that bucking bull right there, that fake mechanical bull. You guys remember that? That was that was the coolest thing I ever seen at a graduation party. I'm not even gonna lie. So I'm like, dude, I've always wanted to try one of these. The Warren's like, bro, it's free. Go on, free. Shoot, if it's free, it's for me. You know what I mean? And so I got up on that thing, man. Man, that dude controlling it, he was an a-hole, dude. I swear he was. He saw some big kid on top of mechanical bull. He was trying to mess me up, dude. But I you know what? I held my own. I ain't going to lie. That first round, so I was like, you know what? Man, that gave me like a rush. You know what I mean? I hadn't felt that in a while, so I was like, all right, I'm going to wait my turn again. I'm gonna go again. You know what I mean? I was sitting there. I was all happy. You know? Next thing I know, it's my turn. That dude sees me up there again. He just starts spinning it. He doesn't even make it buck. He just starts spinning. Next thing I know, I'm sitting there spinning in midair. I'm not even on the bull no more, and I just feel that thing go right there, and I felt my knee go, and I was all, ow. I got up, and every time I would get up, watch this. For the viewers, you can't really see this, so you just got to take my word for it. My leg was going sideways, but like when I would walk, it would feel like every time I would lift my leg, my knee would separate from itself and go like that. It was weird. So anyway, I ended up having to go to the emergency room, right? But that was terrible, though, because I'm with my mother.
Yeah.
And she's like, go on. Tell them why you're here. Go on. Tell them why you're here. Well, I'm not going to tell them. What do you... I'm like, what do you... Come on, you can't help me out. Like, this one time you can't, like, make something up. You can't, like... You know how demoralizing that is to go in for a mechanical bull accident? You know what I mean? Not even a real bull. Are you kidding? You got hurt by the fake one? You know? And that lady, she goes, so what happened here? No, it wasn't even it wasn't even a random lady. It was Garrick's mom. It was Garrick's mom, and she was like, so what happened? And I was like, I was riding a mechanical bull, and I felt my knee pop, and she's like... Well, we don't have the MRI available, but we could give you an X-ray, but that's probably not going to... Anyway, long story short, so I heal up my knee and stuff, right? And then I go, and I'm riding my bike. Well, there was that standoff downtown not too long ago. You remember that? Okay, well, that's right where my grandpa lives, so I'm riding my motorcycle, you know what I mean? I'm riding to his house, and there's this cop, you know what I mean? And they're all, like, tense there. I just got out of work. I didn't know what was going on, you know what I mean? So this cop, he's sitting there, he's ready to go. And he turns around and he's like, get out of here. Don't come back. And I was like scared. I was like trying to skeet that motorcycle. That's a big old sucker, you know what I mean? Don't got a very good turn radius. So I'm coming down that hill. I catch a bit of gravel. Whah! Freaking bike takes off to the side. I plant my injured knee. And I just felt the sucker go, whah! I mean, it felt like my foot was backwards and then it retracted back forward. So anyway, that one wasn't really funny. That one was serious. But the funny part was, so when you hurt your knee real bad, and I'm sure you can concur, you lose your balance easy. So I'm walking to work the other day, like from the parking lot. There's this crack in the road. Swear to God, a crack in the road. Swear to God. Step in the crack. Knee goes back. I feel a pop. Collapsed in the parking lot. Some dude almost ran my ass over, I swear. I'm collapsed in the parking lot. My coworker's sitting there laughing at me. I'm like, you assholes, you couldn't even help me? Like, what's going on here? You see, like, I'm hurting right now. And they're like, you're fine. You got any funny stories from your injuries?
Not really. I think... No, I didn't really do too much, you know. I think just it's not really a funny story, but I mean, like Ocampo would tell me every day not to do too much at practice, you know, not to do nothing, not really just stay on the side, you know. And
yeah, he used to tell all of us that.
Yeah, and you know me, I just, you know, that, like, it hurts, but whatever, you know, it's not the end of the world, you know, like.
Well, let me tell you, it's gonna hurt.
Oh,
when you graduate, it's gonna hurt.
Oh, I already feel it. You don't even know. My joints hurt, bro. When it gets cold outside, my body just kind of.
Oh, don't even tell me about the cold, dog, because I gotta be at work at 7 a.m. I don't think I've shown up early since.
Yeah.
Since it turned the weather, my knee goes like this. You know what I mean? It just locks up. I'm just like, all right, cool. Yeah, I gotta do the morning stretches in the bed before I could even get up out of that thing.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I would just, he would tell me not to do nothing, and you know me, I'm always the first one in the line, one. Yeah. So, I mean, I was still giving it like as much as I could, you know, but there were just certain points like in practice, and like I would press off it wrong or do something wrong, and I just couldn't do nothing. I would just shut my whole body down. I had to just sit right there, like wherever it happened at, or like get up, like, I mean, not on the field, you know. I'd try to get like off the field as much as I could, go sit on the sideline or something, and like every day for like, I don't even know, probably like 4 or 5, maybe 6 weeks, probably like half the season. He was telling me, don't do nothing, you know, just chill out. You just go easy, walk through reps, you know, you don't have to go full speed. He's like, first we're gonna try to just save you as much for the game as we could. But I don't know, you know, I don't. Coach Lee always says that I'm hard-headed, you know. He would be there too, telling me, hey, just take a break, man, just chill out, you know.
All of us are hard-headed, man. Are you kidding?
So, but that's not really a funny story. That's just.
It's just but okay. On a real note, though, since we kind of on a real note, and the best advice I could give you guys, because this is advice that I wish I would have really taken myself, because it was given to me too. But take it from me. Your injuries only get worse. Okay, unless you regularly take care of physical therapy is your friend. Okay, now that's hypocritical for me to say because I have yet to schedule an appointment. But my grandfather, he had a total knee replacement. You remember him? You had met him, and yeah, he had a total knee replacement on one of his knees, and he went to that physical therapy religiously, dude. I mean, he walks better than I do some days. I swear to God. I swear to God, he does. So, on that note, like, don't stay active. You know what I mean? Stay active in some way. It don't even have to be a lot. Just take a walk. Because I didn't. I just sit on my ass every goddamn day. I don't do nothing. And moral of the story: don't deteriorate your health faster than it's already going. That's what I did. My physical health. I'm healthy otherwise. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna die anytime soon. But my physical health though is terrible. Just don't do that because that doesn't help your injuries whatsoever. But I want to hear about you dunking.
My dunking. Yeah. Well, I hurt my knee trying to go up for a dunk whenever we were playing West Mesa last
warm-ups?
year. In warm-ups. Yeah, it was in warm-ups. Yeah, you think your story is funny, you check out mine. But no, because Damien. All right, so Damien was in front of me, and we were going. Because we thought we were cool or whatever, trying to dunk or whatever. And, like, it was a 5A team, so they were all coming out. They were, like, their JV was coming out slamming stuff. Like, I was like, what the heck is this? And so, of course, me and Damien, and we were, like, one of the only ones that can get up high enough. And so we would just go and, like, slam it, pop the rim or whatever. And I went right after Damien. And when I went up, I came down, and my leg just twisted weird, and it popped.
You got rim stuffed.
I did get rim stuffed. And I came down. I know he is.
He's trying to lie to the people here.
Yeah, you gotta give the people the
Whatever. I am. I got rim stuff. Whatever. Anyways, I came down. It popped, and I just froze. And it didn't hurt. I just felt the pop, and I was like, "What the heck was that?" I went to go stand up, and I just fell back down, and I was like, "Oh no!" I was like, "That don't feel right." And so I hopped over to the bench, and then Coach JJ. He walks over up to me and he was like, "The heck happened to you?" And I was like, "I don't know, my knee popped or whatever." And then he just shakes his head, and then they went and got the athletic director, and they took me back, and she started doing all kinds of little movements with my knee, and she was like, "Yeah, I think you done tore your ACL." And I was like, "Oh, all right, well," I was like, I guess I can't play, no. And then that was it.
You done tore your ACL, huh?
That's what she said.
I love it. Did she say it just like that? Yeah, just like that? You done tore.
Did she put her boots on before she told you that, Josh?
She rootin' tootin', or what's going on around here? Huh?
Oh yeah.
She said, "Come here, boy.
Yeah.
You done turned your ACL." I'm gonna tell you what, you're gonna have to sit down on that bench right there. We don't believe in no hospital. We gonna give you a bag of ice. You're gonna be all right.
That sounds like Coach Boykin.
Alex said it. I didn't. Alex said it. I did.
I had to keep it away.
We're gonna take a break real quick. Would like to give a big thank you to Warrior Athletics for the continued support of the Warrior Talk podcast and 6112 Entertainment. Alrighty, returning. On your end, it's not going to seem like a long break, but on our end, we were chopping it up quite a bit, and I kind of forgot we were supposed to be recording. So we're gonna dive right back into it. I mean, screw the sports. What's been going on around school lately? How's finals been? How's that? Midterms, finals, all that stuff. Because I know that's coming up soon. You're not there yet? Midterms, right? It's midterms now. Yeah. What, like
2 weeks, I think.
You still got 2 weeks?
Yeah. Well, 1 more week, because then we'll start them like 2 weeks before school ends.
I was gonna say,
it's
yeah.
about 1 more week, yeah.
Yeah, because what, you guys get 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks for Christmas, yeah.
For Christmas, yeah, okay. Well, how do you guys feel? How's the academic part? I feel like I overlooked this quite a bit. How's the academics looking for all of y'all? How's that going?
Good, I think.
Josh, don't lie.
Yeah, Josh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Josh been sugarcoating a couple things while we've been on here, so we need the whole truth, Josh. No, but I think I feel good. I'm ready. Obviously, it's a tough time. Those midterms. It's always a tough time, but
never a
than
tough
that-
time for me in Quizlet. I'm gonna tell you what.
Hey, hey.
No, I'm
Moist-
just kidding.
Hey,
I'm just kidding. I'm just
hey,
kidding.
we didn't learn that from Moy. I don't know.
I didn't learn that from anybody.
Yeah,
Full disclosure. I was completely kidding.
yeah.
No.
But no, I think everyone's ready. I'm ready to get out of school. I'm not gonna lie. I'm ready to have that 2-week break. I don't know if you could call it a little bit of senioritis or call it what you want to call it, but hey, call a spade, you know.
Touching on the academics of the team, I think we're all doing pretty good right now. We just gotta keep it there, get to class, stay in class, and we'll be there. I think everybody's grades are good right now.
God damn, this guy is inspirational. You know that? God. Man. Oh. I'd swim across the ocean for you, man. I swear.
You
Fern,
know,
tell us how it is. Come on, keep it real.
I'm not looking forward to finals week. You know, finals suck. It's gonna be a long week. You know, but we're gonna get through it, Moy.
You're going to get through it?
One day at a
You're
time.
going to come out with that blue trophy?
We're gonna come out. We're gonna come out with a good report card for everybody.
Hey, Alex, how do they say it? You know what? We're facing a good opponent, and these guys got some dudes. Okay, but we're men.
Yeah,
we're men.
In
and
the
these
words
guys
of
got some dudes.
Ocampo, hey, these guys could very well line up and just straight beat us. They're straight dudes. But you know, I think if we work hard, then we got dudes too.
Oh my god, that was awesome. That was. Fern, why are you shaking your head, dog?
Josh should have played football. He would have been a great tight end out there.
You know what Josh would have been good? He'd have been a good left out. That's what he would have been.
My knee would have done popped if I played.
You know how many times my knee popped during the seasons?
Tell him, Moy.
Dude, I was more than half. I'm more than twice your weight. Okay. You know how many times my knee popped? As a matter of fact, there's this. What I remember one time. So we're coming back from COVID, right? And you know, everybody lost a whole bunch of weight during COVID because you couldn't go to the store. Not me. Well, you know, when they put me in a room by myself and tell me don't bother nobody, I'd be eating. I'd be pulling out all the secret stashes. You know what I mean? I'm a fat kid at heart. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah.
But we come back and they had us step on a scale just to see how much we were, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm confident. I'm like, yeah, I gained some weight, but not a lot. I'm probably like 280, 275, you know, because, you know, leaving for COVID, I was probably like 235. So I knew I gained a crap ton. I had to find my wording there. Okay, we got to keep it PG, dog. I gained a whole bunch. I step on that scale, 315 pounds. You believe that? Freaking katonka. That's what you call it. Right? There you go. Not even a D1. That's a freaking 4x4 right there. 4 foot tall, 4 foot wide. That's what you call him. No, plus, Coach Z, I remember, because flash forward to our first game, right? I'm still huge. I didn't lose no weight. And he's like, looking at me, looking at my jersey, looking at me, looking at my jersey again. And I'm like, I told him straight up, I was like, Coach, I'm not trading my number. And he was like,
while Moist talking about that, just a quick add on to his story. This is when we had like those black jerseys were brand new, like no seams were
Tight.
ripped, tight, like skin tight. Like you put those, you could barely put those things on over your shoulder pads,
'Cause-
like without being a lineman. Like even the skill guys, most of the guys were having their hard time putting those jerseys on.
well, because see, we got those jerseys, what was it, my sophomore year, I believe? Yeah, we
the
got
year
it.
before.
We got it my sophomore year. So that would have been, what, your freshman?
No, that was it. That would have been my 8th grade year.
Oh, that would have been, goddamn. Is that yet? Okay. Anyway, but yeah, like he's saying, no seams were ripped, no nothing. You know what I mean? My jersey was stretched out to a 235 pounder, not a 315 pounder. You know what I mean? So he's looking at me, Coach Z is, and I'm like, I'm not trading my number. Like I love this number. I'm not trading it out. And he's like, then you're gonna suffocate out there. He should have never said that. He should have never said that, because you know what? That same season that happened. You remember that, Alex?
That was
okay, look.
crazy.
So I'm gonna tell my end of it and kind of what was told to me by Coach Aguilar, and then I'll give Alex opportunity to tell me what really happened. But No, so from what I remember, so it was the fourth quarter. We're playing in Tularosa.
Yep.
Okay, and we're wearing the away jerseys, but they're the same. They're just as tight as the home jerseys, the black ones. And we're marching down the field. It's like 2-minute drill at this point, I think, or close to it. You know what I mean? It's towards the end of the game. We're up by a bit, but we're trying to maintain that lead. You know what I mean? It's not like it's
a blowout.
Exactly. It's not a blowout. It's a good lead, but it's not a blowout. Yeah. And so we're going. We're on offense. I think we were on the 35-yard line going south, if I remember correctly.
That's correct.
And we're close to the visiting sideline. And at the time, I forget exactly what position I was playing. I was either guard or tackle, but I was on the left side. And I think it was guard, Keno?
Guard, I think.
Yeah, it was guard. It was guard. It had to have been.
Yeah, because Dylan played left tackle.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was guard then. And it was Nate Fresquez.
Yep.
And he was quarterback, and he's sitting there, he's like, "Hey," you know what I mean? And I go up, and this big old dude, just like how it was every time, we'd go up, baff, we'd hit each other, but I don't know what it was about this time. We hit each other, and my throat just decided to stop working. So it just went, you know what I mean? And I like couldn't hardly breathe. Yeah. Well, I don't say nothing about it, though. I'm just sitting there just going, turning purple and white in the face, and everybody's like, you all good? And I'm like, I'm good. You know what I mean? They're like, what's the matter with you? Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Like I can't even talk. And we march all the way down the field, make the touchdown. At this point,
actually, great shot. Sorry to cut off Moy again, but great catch by Mike McDaniel, dude.
For sure,
one-handed catch, corner of the end zone, got both feet in. High school, you only need 1 foot, but he got both feet in.
Mike, you damn near saved my life. Okay, if you wouldn't have made that catch, you saved my life right there. I'm not even gonna lie about that because there was no way I was leaving that field. So Mike makes the catch, we score the 6, we go up for extra point. At this point, Steven can already see that there's something physically wrong, the fact that my face is turning purple. I go up for the extra point. They're all yelling at me, "Get to the sideline." I'm not listening, of course. Yep. Kick the extra point, finally get to the sideline, take my helmet off and throw that bitch. You could see my face turn purple. At least that's what I've been told, that you could see my face purple. What saved me was Carlos Zamora. His mom had an inhaler, and she threw it down to the field. At this point, from what the ambulance lady told me, at that point when I took the inhaler, I was breathing out of a small straw. That was the type of air that I had going to my windpipe. It was the size of a small straw. So like I was barely alive. You know what I mean? But I got the inhaler. I don't know what's in those things, but it, as soon as it hit the back of my throat, it was like, oh, thank God. It was scary. It really was. And looking back on it, I should have just went out, but no. So, Alex, go ahead and tell me what really happened.
Yeah, I mean, this was my freshman year, so I was just a youngster, still only playing defense. I was still trying to earn my stripes to get on the offensive side of the ball. I was just on defense, and I'm on the sideline, and I didn't think nothing of it. I'm just watching. This is regular things for me, like I see this every day. Like I'm watching this 2-minute drill go down every day. Like I'm part of it, I'm part of it some days I'm just watching, but like I'm watching this 2-minute drill go down, everything's normal. And then like Moy said, it was just another play, and I'm to be honest with you, I don't even think like Moy said we noticed, but like we didn't notice probably for like good 2 plays later. So Moy then Mike scores a touchdown. I just remember Moy coming to the sideline, and I'm there. I'm like probably like one of the first couple guys. I'm gonna just shake everyone's hand. You just like regular team stuff. Regular team morale stuff. And I get to Moy, and I'm like, good shit, Moy, and then like he usually Moy. People that know Moy has all kinds of energy. Moy's usually the first one off the field, giving everyone hugs and everything, and he's just kind of like walking, and he's just like not really saying much, and he's making that noise again. Go ahead and do that noise again, Moy.
I ain't doing no goddamn noise, Alex.
Right, I'm sorry, folks. I try to get it one more time for you guys, but he's making that noise, and I'm just like, bro, there's something like not right. Everyone kind of knows like not right. They're like, what's wrong with Moy? It was like, and then so Marcus comes. I remember Marcus Armijo comes to the sideline. And I was like, bro, what's wrong with Moy? And he's like, what do you mean? And like, by then, that was like, I just seen the helmet fly across. It was like a movie. It was like, I didn't even see Moy. Moy was like out of the screen, and the helmet just came flying across. Me and Marcus were like, damn. And we're like, what happened? And then there goes Moy, and he's like, making that noise again. And, you know, at first, we kind of just thought he was messing around, so everyone's kind of laughing, you know. They're like, we don't know how serious
Yeah,
it
you
was.
assholes. And I was in there dying. Like, literally. I was literally dying. Okay, but full disclaimer, I hate to cut you off real quick. But,
You're good.
but so, what, you know, the sideline piece where you're talking to Marcus and you see the helmet fly. So, like, I'm, like, trying my hardest, like, panicking to take this helmet off at this point because I'm just out of breath. You know what I mean? And it's weird because the best way that I could explain it was, like, my vision was, like, going from extremely bright white to black. And it was like repeatedly doing that. So like I could like catch glimpses of where I was, but I couldn't see really. You know what I mean? It was more like you know, like it was weird. It was weird. And so like I'm rushing, and I remember Coach Aguilar. He's the one who just rips the helmet off, and it just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And they're trying to take my pads off. I'm sitting there getting choked out by the pads, and I already can't breathe as it is. You know what I mean? But anyway, continue, Alex.
But yeah, so this helmet goes flying by, and me and Mark's like, damn, what's happening, you know? And we kind of just laughing, and like laughing it off. We don't know how serious it is, you know? And so, like, I don't know, something happened that game. There was a game stoppage or something, huh? It was like all of us were on the sideline for a minute. And then,
Yeah, well, because I think there was some sort of injury on the field.
yeah, and
But I think it was one of the linemen, but Aguilar was too busy tending to me, trying to keep me alive. He didn't notice nothing, so Ocampo had to call, like, you know.
yeah, there was some stoppage, I don't know. But I just remember all of us were on the sideline, and I see Aguilar, and I was like, Aguilar, like, what's happening, you know? And then he didn't tell me one word. He just starts running, and then I don't even know. I didn't even Moy took the inhaler. I mean, like, I found that out after, like, obviously after the game, you know. But I thought they took him. They had the paramedics come look at him, and it was like
Well, yeah.
scary for everyone.
Well,
like,
it was weird, though, because, like, I knew there was something, like, seriously wrong. I should have known there was something wrong when I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't thinking that way. But I knew there was something seriously wrong when my dad was the one who was sprinting on the field.
Yeah.
Because he don't do that. You know what I mean? He leaves athletes and coaches. He's all about that. You know that, you know? Like, he's a parent in that situation. He stays out of it. But for him, like, I looked over on the sideline and I could see him on the track, you know, like, hustling, and he has this freaking inhaler, and my mom's sitting there, oh my God, what's happening? You know what I mean? Like, 'cause and mind you, at this point, I might have just been in shock, really, because I didn't really know what was going on. I was like, I was still trying to focus my vision, and then I remember that paramedic lady, okay?
yeah,
When she finally, like, checks me out and stuff, she's like, well, you're fine, you know? She's like, you're doing all right. And I'm like, okay. She was like, what did you do to clear it up? I was like, I took her inhaler. And she looked at me and she was all, okay, I'm glad it helped, but for future reference, don't ever take somebody else's inhaler. And I'm like, if I didn't do that, I would have died. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what? Like, girl, it took you half the damn game to get over here to this sideline. I didn't know what to do. But yeah, that was terrible. That was terrible. Me and Aguilar still talk about that to this day when we see each other.
yeah, that was crazy.
Well,
Well, then
'cause
I
we're-
remember, like, it didn't help that. I mean, like, no bad, like, not talking down on Tularosa or nothing, but they didn't even have us in the locker room. We're just like
In the field?
Yeah,
right?
it was like some shed type. I don't even know. We were just there. So
Well, and you know what? And I don't know if you guys knew about this, but it almost happened again when we went and played Cruces that same year.
that game was bad. That was, still to this day, that's the hardest hit I ever took to my life in my high school career, and it was by my own teammate, dude. Bad.
No, but so because both times that it happened to me, it was on grass field, so they assumed that I had an allergy to grass. What they didn't know, though, was that it's a reoccurring thing, so I'd be the third generation to have whatever the hell this is. So it happens to my grandfather, just unexpectedly, like how it happened to me, and it happens to my mom, too. So I don't know what happened. So anyway, my grandfather gives me one of his EpiPens, just in case it ever flared up like that again, you know what I mean? That way I don't almost die. And I remember going to practice, and I gave it to Coach Z. I gave it to Coach Z. And I was like, hey, you know, remember when my throat flared up, whatever, and he was like, "You're the only son bitch that I've ever met that handed me an EpiPen and said save my life."
For real.
He goes, "I would have never had to worry about this had it been your dad out there." Oh, you a-hole. I hated it when he would say that. I hated it when he would say, because he knew that would piss me off, too. But,
Coach Z, man. That dude's a character.
yeah, he is.
You know, I talk about like, I was telling all the like the younger kids now, like in football, like they don't even understand. Like Coach Z used to be crazy, dude. Like he used to tell us some shit. Like he used to, one day.
I don't know if you were there for the Michelin incident.
I was there, but like I wasn't like I was there, but not there. You know.
Gotcha.
That was like a real
he's not even kidding. Though, 'cause I remember sitting there.
Coach Z was crazy.
I remember sitting there in the locker room. Okay, and Isaiah goes in there. Isaiah, Sam's son. Yeah,
Montoya.
Montoya. There you go. Thank you. We called him Michelin, right?
Yeah.
But he goes in there, and I think he asked for like the fourth belt in that week or something. You know how Coach Z is with his equipment, any equipment.
Yeah.
And he goes in there and he's just scream yelling. I think he told Michelin the same thing that you just said.
Yeah.
I mean, but he like meant it though. He meant it. You know what I mean? Like you could see it in his face. Like he was ready. You know what I mean?
You know, that's one person that like I'll never play with.
But me and Alex talked a hell of a long time. Let's hear from you guys. What's some of your guys' story?
Oh, snap. Put us on the spot. What's one, Josh?
I'm lost.
Oh my God.
Josh, we got a couple stories out here.
I do. I just don't know what stories they want to hear.
I don't care.
That's one thing I learned. You know,
Josh, tell whatever comes to mind, okay? It don't gotta be funny. It could be serious. It could be funny. It could be what the hell is that? Oh, I was looking on Instagram just now, and there's an advertisement for the podcasting software that I'm using right now. So if you hear that, anyway, yeah.
Can't wait.
Come on, Josh.
Fern, what do you got?
What do you want to hear? We got lots of stories out here.
Yeah, Fern, you calling me out? Let me hear something.
Funny.
I've heard you talk all day.
I know.
I've been talking. It was pretty funny when Josh got injured. That was pretty funny.
Wow.
I was right there in front of it.
He was right there. He was right there.
Tried to soar through the air. Weird
Hey, but I
stuff.
was sorry, though.
Did he try to do the jump man or what?
He
Is that what
did.
happened there? Dude,
He was trying to show out for the cheerleaders to them.
dude,
Yeah, there was. Him and Damien, but
Me and Day.
we had kind of a lot of injuries last year.
Last year,
had a lot of injuries this past game, dude.
Yeah, we
this
did.
past game was pretty rough. Out of all people to get injured, I thought it'd be me, if I'm honest. But I wasn't even supposed to play, but
I know.
He could have played.
heck with it.
Well, you know, I call a knee brace a bionic knee because you know what you do? You do some remarkable stuff with that bionic knee on, dude. I'm telling you.
Oh, it was funny when we got robbed in Gallup, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, tell that one.
We're in the Panda Express, and I'm like the last guy out. And I'm walking up. I'm like, what's going on? And I see Bernice and this homeless guy, and they're like tug of warring for Jaden's jersey. She's like, give it back, give
And
it back.
bags. Yeah.
I got you. Let me put some more
Oh my
context
God,
into it,
that is
'cause
so-
I was
We were the first ones out.
I was in the front. Let me put some more context in here. All right, so we're in Gallup, right? We're playing this basketball tournament. Is sophomore year?
Yeah.
What sophomore
Yup,
year? And we played a couple games, and then we're like, it was already like nighttime. It was probably
think we
already
just
like
won, too.
yeah, we had just won a game. We had just beat Gallup, I think.
Yeah, it was
And
good.
and like we were playing, bro. That first of all, if you guys never played in Gallup, like that gym is crazy. There was probably like 2,000 people there. It was
Plus,
crazy.
Like, it was
Crazy.
packed, loud. Like it felt like you were in like a little, like an arena, just
Yeah.
filled with everybody there.
So anyway, we finished the game, go back to the hotel, everyone gets showered up, you know, and then coach is like, all right, we're gonna go eat. He's like, where do you guys want to go eat at? And they're like, Panda. Everyone's on the team. So we get to Panda, and all of us, we're not thinking nothing of it. We're inside, we're eating. Probably like 45 minutes, maybe. Not even that long. 45 minutes. And I remember coming out, and it was me, Duda, and Jaden, I think Josh, and we're like the first 4 in line. And we come out and we see like the little battery thing. You know how it's like, and it's like a little door in the back of the bus. It's open, and Bernice is like, what the heck? She's like, did I open this? And we're like, we didn't think nothing of it, you know. We just kept chopping it up, just walking, going to the front, and the door's open on the bus. Like the front door is open. And Bernice, she starts freaking out. She's like, what? And then so she
walks
like,
around the back.
She like peeks her head around the corner, and we just see her and some homeless dude. At first she's just yelling at him, but then like he has like the ball bag, Jaden's jersey, and Bernice's jacket. Like he's just running. So like he like when she yells at him, he drops the ball bag, and then I don't know what happened. I think he still took her jacket. I think he took it.
They were like tug of war.
Well, no, that was for the jersey, but Bernice never got her jacket back. No. So yeah,
JJ took off walking after.
Yeah, JJ and Coach Greenwood. But yeah, and then so they're tug of warring for Jaden's jersey, and like we didn't know what to do. Me, Jaden, Josh, and Doodle, we just started laughing. We did like it was like one of those things like we didn't like. It was like, I don't know, we definitely should have reacted better. Like now that we look back on the situation, we should have. But like at the time it was happening, it was just too funny like for us to intervene with anything.
Well, I mean, you gotta be kind of like, what the? You know what I mean? Like you see Bernice freaking tussling with some homeless dude. I wouldn't have reacted any different. I'd have been there, jaw on the floor, like laughing. What is going on right now?
So, but after that, coaches chased him like probably like good 2-3 blocks behind the hotel. They chased him.
Yeah, well, this dude, he jumped like over this wall and started like running away, and but we probably would have helped Bernice if like say he was like trying to hit her, but he was just like trying to like hold the jersey, and then he just let go of it and walked away, and then we were just laughing. But
what cops?
We had to wait there for like we ended up waiting there for probably like another like 20 minutes.
Okay,
or something.
well,
we had to get picked up.
Yeah, no, but like remember because we didn't have no ride, and then
I was gonna say, because I remember I was still in school when this had happened.
Yeah,
so I remember that the very next day you guys talking about you guys not getting back till like 4 in the morning, something like that. Like 4 or 5 in the morning, something close to that. I'm like, God damn, you guys still came to school? What the hell's the matter with you?
It wasn't.
Those people had to go work on our bus. It was all messed up.
Yeah, well, they had to.
Radio. He stole the radio.
Yeah, yeah. He straight took the radio.
Took that thing.
Homeboy didn't even have a car to get away in, and he took the radio.
He tried to take
what
the
a
bus.
guy! Did he really?
He was trying to hotwire it.
Dang.
JJ had his truck there, and we had to get a ride to his truck, and so JJ took each one of us back to the hotel one by one. Yeah.
Well, so I'm gonna ask about the next game. What you guys anticipate to happen for the next game? Yeah, it's a tournament, correct? Yeah. Okay, so just all three of you give me a briefing. Tell me what to expect. Who's your toughest opponent that you know of? Just whatever. You guys are gonna be back. I only have four sports to cover this season, so I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be quite a few of you guys back.
Yeah, so the next game, I'm pretty sure we play Laguna in that Moriarty tournament, and I think that we're ready. I think we're ready. We're definitely wanting to get back out there on the court and redeem ourselves from this loss that we just had, and I think we'll get it done if we all stick together and just play our game. And in that tournament, I think Robertson's there too, so they're a pretty good matchup. They're probably going to be one of our toughest matchups this year. And we're looking forward to playing them because they're some dogs. They also took out our guys in football too, so we want to get our get back for them. But
that's one thing. Good thing we're back on the card. Go ahead.
Next game, I think all of us will be clicking together a little bit more. Second game, got the first game cheater out the ways. Hopefully we'll be hitting more. And opponents, just Robertson too. They're going to be a good matchup. Good game for us.
Alex, let's hear it.
Well, before we get into basketball and the next game, I want to talk about, because I remember last time I was on the pod, the last couple times I was on the pod, we ended up bringing up the story about Moy's senior year, my sophomore year, where we lost to Robertson.
Yeah, do you understand what I'm feeling now, you mofo? You understand it now?
In the state. That was semifinals, though, so that one was worse, probably.
Yeah, we still lost at the same stadium in front of the same people. Okay.
Nah, that one was way worse, bro. I'm just letting you know right now.
Worse. Are you not a senior?
Bro, I'm a senior, but...
Did you not lose at that stadium?
But, like...
Then it was the same.
Nah, that one was worse, bro. That one was, like...
This one was worse. Hey, you know why it was worse? Because I was sitting there all over the place. I was pulling that number when you were a little kid, you know. You know what I mean? Like, I was one of those.
It was just way worse. Like, just, bro, like... Last time when we were there, it was just like, cause we were down, not as much as we lost by this time, but we were down.
Yeah, that's why it's way worse.
And then, so I think so, but like we were down and like we all like I don't even know how to explain it. Like the buzzer went off the fourth quarter and it was just like the energy was sucked out of the stadium when we were there.
It was, I think it was within a touchdown, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I think we could have tied it and gone into OT and then ended up making it to the
state championship.
You know what I mean? So, if I remember correctly, I could have, I could be, you know, sugarcoating that just a little bit, but I'm not 100% sure, but that's how I remember it.
Yeah, but
yeah, like I know exactly what he's telling you. So I'll tell you firsthand how it felt as the senior in that game. You know what I mean? And I have pictures I could show you guys later of how it was. But yeah, it was you know, we were playing our hearts out. You know, and it was a hard fought game on both sides. You know what I mean? And I firmly believe, and I still believe to this day that you know, whoever would have won that game, had it been us, even
would have won
state. Like that was the unofficial state championship that game. You know what I mean? Like that's definitely how I feel. Because like he said, there was no way we were losing to Ruidoso. Yeah. There was no way we were. You know what I mean? So, like, he's not kidding. Like, when the fourth quarter ends, and it sunk in right away. Like, you know how sometimes it's kind of like a shock, and you don't really realize it? No, like, when you heard the buzzer, it was just tears. It was just tears. Like the entire senior class on that team.
Not even just them. I was...
Well, right. But I mean, like, because they threw every single senior in for that last play. Because it was already, like, we either tie this... I believe we either tied this game defense. Or we were on defense.
On defense.
So they threw the whole thing on and that's what they were saying though. We either get a pick or we're done. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so
I want to hear what was it like in the line, like because I know. Dude, like, because
we
back
were
there,
screaming and cussing at each other and headbutting each other.
Well, because
we wanted to win, dude.
Yeah.
We wanted to win.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how the line was this year, but, I mean, I can tell you right now we were 100% more intense than they were.
Oh, 100%. Because that group of linemen, I think freshman, sophomore year, that group of, like, those two groups of linemen, those are probably, like, the most dominant lines that, I don't even know.
No, because I'll tell you right now, because I forget exactly who I got into it with. It might have been Frank. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was somebody on that line. It might have been Junior, actually. Come to think of it, it might have been Junior, because he had forgot the play on one of the things. Now, granted, he isn't what he is today. You know what I mean? Back then, he was still fairly freshman. He was still fairly new to our schemes freshman. And stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. He was just like how he said, he was bigger than hell. So you know, it'd be stupid to not have him on the line. That but he didn't know the plays all that well, not like how he does now. Yeah. But that game meant so much to me because it's like, okay, that's the difference between never playing again and playing one more time. You know what I mean? Like that's really what it was. Because there was no chance I was going to college. I mean, if I put myself out there, I probably could have. You know what I mean? But I didn't. That was career defining right there. Yeah. That was it. That was either going to be my retirement or I get one more shot. You know? And so he forgets the play. Defender comes right through his hole. Sacks, who was it at that time? Marcus, right? Yeah, sacks Marcus for like a loss of 10, I think. So that puts us at like 3rd and 2 miles just about. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it was terrible. And I remember I come up to him and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? What is the matter with you?" Yeah. Oh, freaking headbutted him like 3-4 times. I was like, "You remember now?" You know what I mean? Like I was like pissed. I was pissed, you know, and all of us were, and because at that point, like we had just got down. You know what I mean? So they had kicked off. We were on offense. We're trying to get back up, but the fourth quarter's ticking.
Oh yeah.
It's ticking. You know what I mean? I mean,
Hey, not to throw no shade on Marcus, but I'm pretty sure Marcus ended that game with an interception. That's how we got back on defense. I'm just saying. I mean, hey, shout out Marky. I love Marky. You know, that's
that
my
doesn't
dog.
sound like no love.
That's
That
my,
doesn't sound
hey,
like no love.
that's my dog right there. But
Marky, if you're listening to this, you need to have a conversation with your boy over here. Come on.
that's my dog. He knows that. He knows that that's twin right there. But
No, but yeah, no. I just remember. I remember for me, and when I looked around, it seemed like the feeling was mutual when that buzzer rang.
oh, you were playing both sides, huh?
I played all sides.
Well, and then but I just want to know,
I
in the
even-
final, because I remember it was 37 seconds left on the clock, and
Yeah.
I already knew it was coming. Matthew Gonzalez, quarterback for Robertson, took a knee, and
When that little mother when he took all respect to him, okay, because I
Yeah,
played in the
bro,
North South.
bro,
I played in the North
he's a
South game
dog,
with
bro.
him, and he's a damn
He's a
good
dog.
athlete. If he happens to listen to this podcast, Matthew, you're a goddamn good athlete.
hey, shout out to his little brother too,
Right,
Jesse,
right, yeah. No, his what's that? Jesse James Gonzalez.
Yeah.
yeah. No, he's real good too. But no, when I saw him take his knee, everybody had the same reaction, and that was it. It was just straight.
I just remember I watched him take a knee, and I'll never I don't think I'll ever forget this. It was in the secondary meet. It was me, Marcus, me, Brendan Gonzalez, Duda, and Jordan, and I just remember he took a knee they weren't even ready. They were still in the huddle, and all of us we weren't even in our spots. All of us just walked towards each other, and it was just we gave each other a hug.
No, dude,
was
because it was
bad.
terrible. Well, and then so at that point in time, you know what I mean, the North South game. So they hadn't picked a lineman from Socorro in 5 or 6 years. You know what I mean? So
Now we got
so
only linemen.
to be, from Socorro, and that's your last season, and knowing how the North South picks have been, you know what I mean? You're expecting a couple of skills guys to go, you know what I mean? But like myself and the other linemen, that's it. That was it. That when the knee was taken, when the buzzer rang, that was the last game of football I would ever play in my life. That was the last game. So you can imagine, and you know how passionate I am about football and sports in general. So you can imagine how that felt for me. And there's the same thing with football. That was terrible for me. You know what I mean? That's honestly, I don't think anything has hurt me that bad, besides losing that very last game. But then, I get a phone call from Ocampo, and he's like, "Dude, you want the good news or the bad news?" I'm like, "It can't get any worse." So I'm like,
Always gotta start with the bad news.
I was like, "Give me the bad news," and he's like, "All right, so the good news is," I'm like, "Oh, you mother." He was like, "So the good news is, you made it to the North-South game. Bad news is it's in Roswell." I was like, "Wait, you just saying that all nonchalant? Like, what the?" And he was like, "Yeah. So anyway, we'll see you in a week." I'm like, "What? In a week? In a week?" So anyway, I'm like, "What the hell's going on, right?" And so I told my dad about it, and he's like, "What the hell? Oh my god!" Because he was in North-South, but he, like how I was saying, based on the record, he didn't think that lineman was going to get picked. Come to find out, first lineman to go to the North-South All-Star games for 5 years up until that point. And since then, there's been a lineman every single year since I went, but there was a 5-year period where there was nobody, and I made the return there, so that makes me feel good.
We had four. We had 4 people go to that All-Star game.
We had 4 people, so it was me, Orion, Jordan, and Duda got screwed over.
Duda was the only one. On the
Duda got
green
screwed
team.
over because it was me, Orion, and Jordan. We all were on the red team, right? And we were some dogs on that freaking team, right? And then Duda, he was sitting over there. He was on the green team, all sad. You know what I mean? Because we had Matthew as our quarterback, dude. Because the Robertson coaches were the coaches for the red team in the All-Star game. So, I mean, dude, we had a team. We had like 3 days of practice, if I remember correctly. We had like 3 days of practice and then like 1/2 day of just final revision. You know what I mean? And then we suited out and we're waiting there in the Wool Bowl in Roswell. Which if you no, that was Roswell.
Oh, your guys was in Roswell.
Yeah. Yeah, so we were at the Wool Bowl in Roswell, and I got a funny story about that. Well, not really funny, but anyway. And if you've never been to that stadium, huge stadium, okay?
College stadium.
It's a huge stadium. It's freaking awesome. And that sucker was packed. It had scouts, of course, from Nimi, but it had scouts from like other places too. I think the only one that get an offer was Jordan, though. Jordan and Duda.
Bro, Jordan went for 4 touchdowns. Crazy.
Dude, Jordan was a dog in that game, dude. Oh my
touchdown,
lord!
like 80-some yards, bro. Crazy.
No, but you know what I remember? So I got selected for offense for the All-Star game, right? But I remember that Robertson coach. I was on Scout D, and he was like, "Hey," he was like, "What do you like better? Do you like offense or defense?" And at the time, I was more of a defensive guy, so I was like, "Yeah, let me do defense. Let me try something out." He was like, "Yeah, we'll put you on the scout team." I'm just wrecking fools because I'm just happy to be playing one last time. You know what I mean? And you know what? And that one went over a little better because I knew that was the last time. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it helped me out, right? And we ended up winning. So.
Dude, it was sad.
Oh yeah, dude, it was big sad. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up, gentlemen. If you have any last things to say, now would be your time.
I just want to thank you for having us on here. Really appreciate it. And to everybody listening, come check out the Socorro basketball team. If you want the schedule, it should be on Max Preps. But if not, find one of the players.
I'd just like to thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for coming. You know, it was a little last minute, but thank you.
You know me. Same outro as always. Shout out Moy for having me on the pod. Good to be back, you know. Hopefully we're back a couple more times.
Oh, yeah. I don't see why not.
Me, I'm the biggest supporter of Warrior Talk, so shout out to Moy.
Well, on behalf of Warrior Talk Sports Media and 6112 Entertainment, and of course myself, I really appreciate you guys coming on and doing the show with me, because if it wasn't for the athletes that are willing to participate in the show, there wouldn't be a show. Once again, would like to thank the sponsors, APO Express, Candyland, 6112 Entertainment, Loma Theater, The Honey Shack, and Quesuave Cafe. And as always, Warrior Nation, for your continued support of the podcast. And always remember, when it comes to a place like Socorro, only Warriors survive.